Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Yahweh Kakwadash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. I would like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because those are the men who I've learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much this lesson is going to be titled as The Cares of This Life Can Mislead You to Fall Out of the Truth. All right? The cares of this life can mislead you to fall out of the truth. All right? And it has happened to a lot of individuals when they came into this thing. You had Jakes that was in this thing 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, and up. And they wind up letting the cares of this life cause them to lose their faith and to fall out. All right. They wind up being in the world. All right. So, one thing, you as a so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, when you come into this thing, there's no time. There's no days off, man. There's no days off. There's no, falling out for a little bit, taking a long break and coming back. There's none of that, man. This ain't no plantation thing. All right. This ain't working for Esau. All right. You serving the Lord. You a servant of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. So you got to stay embedded in this thing unto death. When you first come into this thing, you got to stay focused in this thing. You can't let nothing stop you or nothing get a distraction for you in glorifying the Lord. You got to continually teach. You got to continually glorify the Lord. You can't let nothing stop you. All right? Nothing. So you got to stay focused and seeking the truth. All right? And one precept I'm going to start in, and I should have got this precept out earlier, is this just hit me up just now in the spirit. This always happens to me through the spirit. This is Colossians 3:2. And this is one of the biggest important scriptures of all. All right. This is one of the biggest important scriptures of them all. This is Colossians 3:2. It says, set your affection. See, set your affection, right, on the things above, not on the things of the earth. And when you go into the meaning of that word, affection, it says affection. It says a gentle feeling or fondness of liking, right? Verse number 2, it says the act, a process of affecting or being affected, right? So it says the main thing is number 1. It says a gentle feeling or fondness in liking, right? So you want to set your affections to the things that you like, all right? The main thing is seeking the kingdom, being embedded in this truth. That's what you should get a liking to, the scriptures, being obedient to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, right? Setting your affections on the things above, not the things of the earth. So you want to have your liking to seeking and being obedient to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, serving the Lord, learning from his prophets, all right? And being embedded in these scriptures and keeping your mind focused, working out your own salvation, your spiritual labors, right? So that's where your mind should take a liking to, not the things of the earth, of the world. All right. This is Colossians 3:2. It says, set your affection, right? Set your affection on the things above and not on the things of the earth. So you don't want to be setting your mind on this, establishing something here, trying to have the best vehicle ever, the nicest house, and the worldly things, man. Set a business here, trying to make your establishment here, you know, trying to just have your mind focused on being an entrepreneur, trying to be a trillionaire, trying to be a millionaire. That's not where your mind should be at. Your mind should be focused on Yahweh Bahashemi Hawashai, because you are working out your own salvation, and this place is going to fall anyway. So you don't want to be focused on the things of the earth. All right? The scriptures say that. Let me get that out. That's the spirit, man. Spirit's just moving on me. Let me get that precept out, because I'm going to quote it, but I'd rather get it out. Salakia. I should have got that out too. All right? Salakia on that. Yep, it's the precept that I need. This just came to me to my mind right now. This is the spirit. This is 2 Corinthians 4:18. It says, while we look, right? It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, see, but at the things which are not seen. And that's where your mind should be focused on, the kingdom. The Lord Yahushua coming back. All right, us being delivered, us being beamed up. And that all works with faith. Because the scriptures say in Hebrews 11:1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for. So we open for salvation. We open to be the elect. We open to be that elect, to be delivered. We hoping to be out of here. We hoping that the Lord keep us in the right mind, the right spirit. The Lord keep us humble, sincere, diligent. The Lord keep us, focused on this word. Focus on Him. All right, not focusing on your wife or focus on you. Now, don't get me wrong. We got children and we do got wives. We are to provide as husbands, and husbands and provide as a father. But that's not what your mind should be always focused on, is the family. Because now you're putting that over the Lord, and the Lord doesn't like that. You have to put the Lord first before anybody. All right? The Lord comes first. So you got to consistently sacrifice the times that you have, that you're living in here, right, for the better things to come on the other side. So the things that are seen, all right, we don't look on the things that are seen. We look at the things that are not seen. All right, because what's going to be given to us on the other side is going to be better than what's here right now. Because this shit that you got ain't really nothing. It's going to be destroyed anyway. Right? It says, but at the things which are not seen. Right? The things that are not seen. Right? It says, for the things which are seen are temporal. Right? Your car, your job, your money that you got. You may have a little something. Your house. Your woman. Your children. That's all temporal. That's all temporal stuff. Yeah, we have a family and all that, but I'm saying, all these things, the things you mainly got, the riches, the money, all that's temporal, man. You can't take that shit with you when you die, man. All right? You going straight back to the spiritual realm. You're going to take a long nap, and you're going to be in the spiritual realm till the Lord come back. So those things that are on this thing that we have, besides the family, I meant to actually just say, the cars, the money, the cars, the money, the clothes, all that. That's all temporal. All right. Your job. That's all temporal. You can't take that shit with you, man. All right. It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. The things that are not seen are eternal. What? The kingdom of heaven. That's going to be eternal. Being the elect, being delivered, being beamed up, being transformed from this mortal body to immortal. That's all eternal. That's something. That's the things that we hoping to get. Those are things that we're hoping to receive, man. That's salvation. Right? It says, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Right? So the things that are not seen, right, are eternal. And that's what we open for. The things on the other side is going to be way better than the things that we got right now. The things that we have right now are temporal. All right? We can't take our car with us. We can't take none of this shit that we got. These big screen, flat screen TVs you got. If you got that, your fucking iPhone laptop or Apple laptop, whatever you want to call it. Not an iPhone laptop, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not a genius in fucking mechanics or machinery or whatever, but just saying in general, you got your Apple laptop, you may got a tablet, you may got your Nintendo Switch, whatever that shit you got, your Xbox Series, your PS5, whatever that's you can't take that shit with you. All right, you can't take none of that shit with you. If you got that, you can't take that shit with you. All right, none of that shit matters. You can't take that shit with you. So you want to be setting your mind on the Lord. You want to be establishing, right, working out your salvation. Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh Shemashai. And that's what the men of the Lord are doing. We're seeking first the kingdom of Yahweh Shemashai. We're hoping to be that elect. We're striving in this thing to be delivered, be saved. This place is about to be destroyed. Why would you want to gain all the things here when the shit that you have here, you can't take with you? It's going to be, you're going to die. You can die. When you die, you're not going to be able to take this shit with you, man. So the things that we're seeking for is the better things that are in the kingdom that's established through Yahweh Shemashai, man. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So you want to seek first the kingdom. That's where our mind is focused on. Yahweh Shemashai, seeking first the kingdom. Being focused on this word, man, this truth, man. All right? Not worried about all this other madness. This is Sirach 2:11. I mean, it's not madness, but these carnal shit. You don't want to be focused on that. That's not going to save you. Money and gold and all that, that's not going to save you. You can't buy your way in the kingdom. You got to work out your own salvation. Sirach 2:11. It says, for the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, right? Long suffering and very pitiful and forgiveth sins, and it says, and saveth in the time of affliction. And that's right. The Lord does forgive sins, and the Lord is going to save it in the time of affliction. Because we go through a lot. You go through a lot here. But the Lord is always there to get us through it. That's why he says in 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, all right, that you may be able to bear it. All right. The Lord will put temptation on you, but you'll be able to do a perfect paraphrase. You'll be able to bear it. The Lord never going to give you too much, but he's going to give you just enough to try you. That's the whole point. All right. It says, and saveth in the time of affliction. Right. We go through affliction, but the Lord is there that's getting us through it every day. All right. So, the cares of this life, it's not worth it at the end of the day. You want to be focused on the Lord. You want to be seeking out the Lord. This is Philippians 4 and 6. It says, be careful for nothing, right? And when you're going to mean that word careful, it means anxious or worried. Don't be worried about nothing. Don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about anything. All right. It says, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto Yahweh Shem Shai. Right. Don't be worried about nothing. Don't be anxious or worried about nothing. Make your requests be made known unto Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. So that's why the scriptures say in Hebrews 3 and 5, and let me get that out too, because that's a spirit, man. That's a spirit, man. Let me get that out. This is Hebrews, I think it's 13 and 5, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it is. Hebrews 13 and 5. That's why the scriptures always tell us this too. All right. This is why you don't want to be worried about the cares of this life. You want to be the richest. You want to have more. You want to be rich. You shouldn't fucking worry about that. This is Hebrews 13 and 5. Look at what the scriptures say. It says, let your conversation be without covetousness. Right. That word covetousness, it goes into desires, wanting something. And let me get that out. All right. Salakia. That was weird. Let me get that out. Right. It says conversation, but it's actually let your conversation, Salakia. I mean to get covetousness. Covetousness, right? It says a strong wish to have something, especially something that belongs to someone else, right? Don't be desirous of somebody else's belongings. And that's what covetousness is. You don't want to be desirous of somebody else's belongings, man. Just because, just for example, if a brother if Jake got blessed with a car, a nice car, you ain't supposed to be envious of that. You're not supposed to be envious of that. That's what the Lord gave that individual. Don't be envious of that. It says, and be content. It says, and be content with such things that as ye have, right? Be content with the things you got. Because there's people that's in way worse conditions than what you're in. You're envious of this individual because he got a nice vehicle or a nice something that the Lord blessed him with. You're supposed to be happy and proud for that individual. Not jealous and envious and all that shit, man. Because that's not being a man of the Lord. So you want to set your affections on the things above. Be happy for that individual. Right? The scriptures say, and be content with such things as ye have. Right? Be content and grateful with the things you have. Because you got people that's in worse conditions than you are. You got people right now that don't even have a place to stay. They living in their car or they don't have no place to stay at all. All right? They live in the way worse condition than you are. So you want to be grateful for what you got. I'm grateful for what I've got. All right? I'm grateful with being alive every day. I'm grateful that the Lord is providing me with meals and a roof over my head, man. Because there's people that could be in a way worse. There's people out there that's in a way worse condition than you are. You think your condition is bad or your condition is you ain't happy with. There's people that's in a worse condition than you. At least you're able to fucking move and talk and eat and see and be able to comprehend and be able to do all that. You got people that's not even in those able bodies like that can't even do that, man. And you upset because you ain't got a car or you ain't got this, or you ain't got your own business, you ain't got a degree, you ain't got that. Stop being envious of individuals. You want to be focused on the Lord and being grateful for what you got. That's why the scriptures say, and be content with such things as ye have, for he have said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. The Lord is with you through everything you go through in this life, man. Everything we go through in these mortal bodies. I'm speaking for myself first and foremost. Everything I'm going through on a daily basis in this mortal body, the Lord is there with me, man. He's getting me through all the obstacles and temptations that I'm dealing with. All right. And it's the same thing from you brothers, man. The Lord is there. So don't have your mind focused on, damn, I wish I'd have did this. I wish I'd have did that. Come on, man. You don't know. You don't know where the choices that you could have made, what it would have put you in a position of. You don't know. Because I used to do that shit. Damn, man. If I would have just took my scholarship and used my scholarship instead of going to community college, I don't know what that shit could have probably did for me. I probably could have been sold out somewhere. Probably not even would have been in this moment of teaching the word. I could probably have been a part of the government doing some weight shit. Because I was on my way to running the Olympics. So You don't want to think on those things. Be happy that you're in the truth. That's the best and main important thing right there. You in the truth. Not everybody has the truth. The Lord doesn't have every single Hebrew Israelite in the right mind, understanding the truth and following the prophets who are the elders, apostles, great millstone, and learning from them. You got fallouts. You got dudes that fell out of the truth. They were following the men of the Lord, and the Lord took the spirit from them, and they reprobate. They back in the world. And they were in this thing in the beginning. They were in this thing in 2007, 2008. Man, like, I'm grateful for the time that the Lord woke me up. But damn, I think I look at them like, damn, man, y'all had, the Lord had the spirit on y'all, man. Y'all been in the truth since 2007. I wish I'd have been in the truth in 2007, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord has a time and purpose for all of us. But, that's why I just look at that like, man, the Lord's taking the spirit from a lot of individuals, man. You don't want to be those individuals, man. You want to be seeking the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, and laying up your treasures to receive salvation. This is Matthew 6:19. It says, lay not up yourselves treasures upon the earth, right? So don't be envious of other people. Don't be trying to outdo other people. Don't be trying to be in a competition with another individual. You should be focused on yourself, getting on them chariots, man. Trying to be, receiving salvation if you're in this thing. All right. And to you guys that's new in this truth that come across this video, it's also going to you guys, man. Stop trying to be the richest man. Stop trying to compete. Stop trying to be envious of your enemy. Their kingdom is going to fall, man. If you're in this truth and you're Hebrew Israelite and you're following Great Millstone, continually following from those men. Learn from those men. Start doing your works. Earn your riches, man. So you can be delivered. So you can be saved. Because the shit that you think you got here that you're trying to get rich. You're trying to have 100K. 500K, man, that shit is about to crumble. You want to be working out your salvation, man. This is Matthew 6:19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, where thieves break through and steal. And that happens. If you lay up a business here, let's say you lay up a business here. All right. You had a perfect business. Your business is going good. You always got a Jake that's there that that's either a relative or that's a close friend of yours. They jealous of you and they wind up taking your shit, man. They want to send somebody there to destroy your shit, or have somebody there to wind up robbing your shit because they jealous of you, right? They can steal your shit here in this mortal body, right? Verse 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, right? And that's what we're doing. We're working out our own salvation. We do 3 videos every day and we set up camp once a week. Studying to show ourselves approved, learning from the elders and apostles, great millstone, growing in this thing, and continually teaching, trying to make it to them better end, Lord willing, if we the elect. Because that's what we're doing, working out our own salvation. It says, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. Because nobody can steal your works. You doing your own works, nobody can steal your works from you. Nobody can steal your spiritual riches from you, because you are working out your own labors. That's spiritual. Nobody can take that from you. Nobody can take your works that you've earned from you. But if you have physical works of Esau, anybody can take that shit from you. But your spiritual labors, nobody can take that shit, man. That's your works. That's your labors. The Lord already has that purposely observed or on reserve for you individually. If you're doing the works, if you're doing what the elders, apostles, great millstone are saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, you have spiritual riches that you're working, that you're building, man. Nobody can take that shit. It says, verse 21, for where your treasures is, right? Whatever your treasures is, whether it's on a carnal level or it's on a spiritual one, right? There will your heart be also. That's where you will be at. So if you working out salvation, you worried about seeking the kingdom to be the elect, hey, that's your riches that you're earning. If it's on a carnal shit, you trying to be an entrepreneur, a millionaire, trillionaire, that's where your fucking treasure is going to be, but you're gonna lose all that. This place is going to fall. So why would you try to establish something big here? This ain't even your kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom. All right? So you shouldn't be focused on those things. This is Luke 8:14. It says, and that which fell, and that which fell among thorns are they, right? It says, which when they have heard go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life. Because this is the problem with our people. Two-thirds of the mindset of our people, they are pleasures of this life. They're pleased with the riches of this life. They focus on the riches of this life, right? It says, and bring no fruit to perfection, right? Everybody's obsessed with this society. They don't want to let go of that. Our people, 2/3 of my set of our people, they can't let go of this world. They're embedded in this world. They can't let go of that. They spirit can't go let go of that. They gotta stay here. They don't even give a fuck what's gonna happen. They just want to be on the ride while it still is. But you still on that ride to the end, you're gonna be destroyed. Because you didn't repent, you didn't come out of the way of society, you want to stay embedded in it. You don't want to be embedded in this society. You want to come and separate from that. Because what's coming is destruction. So you want to be embedded in seeking your salvation, working out your own salvation, man. Luke 21:33, it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away, right? Which is this truth, regardless if you believe in it or not. It's going to come to pass, all right? Whether you believe in the truth or not, it's going to come to pass. Verse 34, it says, and take heed unto yourselves. Why did Yahushua say take heed unto yourselves? Because you could deceive yourself than for somebody else to be able to deceive you. It says, lest at any time your hearts, meaning your mind, be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. That's the biggest downfall for our people. They're embedded in this society. That's what Scripture says. Be not conformed to this world, right? You don't want to be obsessed with this world. You want to be obsessed with this truth. Like what Elder Apostle Rakah said, man. You want to be obsessed with this truth, all right? You want to be obsessed with this truth. It says, and so that day come upon you unawares, because you're so busy focused on this life of here, trying to be the richest person in the world. You're trying to be a Bill Gates, right? You're trying to be a CEO of Amazon. I forgot his damn name. You trying to be like them. You shouldn't try to be envious and try to be rich like them. That's not going to happen, all right? You're in captivity, all right, to these heathen nations. This is Esau's kingdom, right? That's what's going to be that snare for them, for you 2/3. Verse 35, for as it says, for as a snare shall it come on all of them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. And that's a snare, the cares of this life. You're trying to be rich, entrepreneur, billionaire, trillionaire. You're trying to be a record producer. You're trying to be like those rappers that you see on TV. Well, you do that. You can do that. But when you do that, you're going to be destroyed. Because you're not earning your riches for the Lord. You're not showing nothing for Yahweh Shemashai. You're not showing nothing for the Lord. You didn't do nothing for the Lord. All right. Being in that type of lot, you haven't did nothing for the Lord. So you're going to be destroyed. You didn't glorify the Lord being in. That's why all these rappers is dying, man. They're not glorifying Yahweh Shemashai. They didn't do nothing for the Lord. All right. And it's funny because when these rappers die, man, they want to say, oh, he was a good guy. He was this, he was that. Knowing that he was fucking wicked, man. He didn't do nothing for Yahweh Shemashai. So Lord took his ass out of here. So this is why, again, you want to lay up your treasures for Yahweh Shemashai. Because if not, you can be destroyed, man. You don't want to lay your treasures up on this end. This place is about to be destroyed. So, hey, man, Lord willing, lessons edifying. I want to give all honors and glories, praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim HaKakodash, and double honors to Yahweh's apostle, great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole full elect. And shalom to you, sincere brothers, scattered abroad, pushing forth this word, truth, sincerity. I'm the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the servants of Yahweh Yahushai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And Lord willing, lessons edifying. Till next time I say shalom. So, again, brothers, you want to be laying up your treasures, your spiritual treasures, working out your salvation, man. All right, because if the cares of this life can be your downfall, and you can't be destroyed if you fall out of truth just because the cares of this life are your mortal flesh. So Lord willing, that's edifying. Till next time I say shalom.